This year, Icewear Vezzo dropped a crazy album filled with hard-hitting tracks like Mama Meal.
On some flame shit. Never been no holders, cause my mama ain't never raised them.
So today I'm going to show y'all how you can make a beat in that style, so let's get into it. So right now I'm just going to set the BPM to 160 or something like that. Then if you want we can change it later. In this type of beats you can hear a lot of strings that are perfect to create that darkness. So I'm just going to use the strings one from Nebula one-shot kit, but you can find some good strings also from BBC Symphony Orchestra, that is a free plugin. So I want to change the scale, we can use F sharp, and I'm going to use the other Phrygian scale. That's really common in this type of beats, because the second note of the scale is just one semitone apart from the first one, so we can use that in bass notes and create a lot of tension. So the first thing that we need now are some chords to set the vibe of the beat. Yeah. That's perfect, man. Now of course we need to add some effects on this because it's pretty boring, so we can start with an EQ. I want to boost a little bit the high end. Then on the main melody I like to add stereo shaper with the steroids 3 preset that is going to make the sound more wild, and let's try to add half time on this. If we bring this knob all the way to the left, we're going to get a really nice effect. Let's try to pitch this up. Maybe you can lower the mix of it. So now we have a little bit more bounce, and that's really good. I want to add also a top melody on this. We could use these two semitones to create that darkness that we need. Okay, so now we have our foundation and now we can build on top of that. The first thing that we need to add that is required in these beats are some bass notes. I'm just going to use FL keys for now, and then if we want we can change it later. And as I said before, I'm just going to use again this one semitone change. Ooh. Then here we can go up. You know what, I like the sound of these bass notes, so I'm just going to stick with FL keys. And all these melodies are linked to a melody bus where I have an EQ to cut the low end, so that they won't clash with the 808 later. Okay, I like that, and now we need a counter melody that we can use in the chorus or something like that, something more fast. And as I said, in these beats we can find a lot of strings, so I'm just going to search for a pizzicato or something like that. Yes, I really this one can work. Yeah, something like this really repetitive can work, but I just want to render them, and I want to create a pen automation here, and we can mess with these settings. Yeah, this in the chorus will go crazy. Okay, I really like that. I don't think we need to add any effects on this pizzicato, but now I want to add some accents to make the beat sound more full and have some variation that we can use in the arrangement. So I want to use something like a violin. I downloaded a free one that works with Kontakt. It's called Minimalist Violins. Let's find something that I like. Now this violin has a lot of attack, so it sounds off time, so I'm just going to bring this to left. Okay, I like that, but I think it's a little bit too invasive, so I'm just going to add half time again on this. To remove the clicking we can just turn right this knob. That's a nice texture. Let's pen this on the right. This piano is a little bit too invasive, so I'm just going to remove some notes. Yeah, we can just remove this one. And on this violin I want to add an EQ too. Yeah, something like this can work. and we don't really need to add any other effects, but I want to add one last instrument from original Epic Choir. Let's use these sopranos, and I really know that I want to flip these later, so I just need to find an easy melody using a lot of these one semitone changes. Yeah, something like this. I'm just going to render this. If you double time your choir, you're going to get a really nice effect. We can also try to reverse it. Ooh. Let's add an EQ on this. Some reverb too to push it in the background. Let's add another EQ because we have a frequency that I don't like. We can pan this on the left. Okay, so now I think we have enough variation for this beat, and I want to add one last instrument that is a bass that we can use in the intro. In this type of beats, sometimes they use the Detroit bass. And I think it will sound crazy on this beat too. So we can just copy the piano bass notes and paste them here. Yeah, that's crazy for an intro. Okay, I like that, and now we can arrange this. Then on the second part I want to bring in the pizzicato. That's crazy. Then on the second part of the chorus we can bring back again the pizzicato. Yeah, the verse needs to be empty. And we can bring back the choir, but I want to try to pitch this down. Ooh. Okay, that's fire. Now it's time to add some crazy drums. In 90% of these beats, they like to use the Lexus snare. Can create some variation at the end. And sometimes I like to copy this snare and pitch it down some semitones. So it has more body. Okay, now it's time to add some hi-hats. Really like to use these really sharp ones. In Mama Mill you can hear that the hi-hats are 2 steps without any rolls, but I want to add some, maybe at the end of 2 bars. Yeah, maybe something like this, really simple, and we can just copy this over. And now we can quick alter to randomize the pen and the velocity. And I noticed that in this type of beats, the hi-hats are at a really low volume. Okay, now it's time to add the head. Choose this one. And here we kinda want to follow the 808. I already know I want to use this pattern. Yeah. Okay, now it's time to add some perks. This one is really common in this type of beats. Here I just anticipated a bit this perk because in this way we're going to create some bounce. And let's find a rim. Yeah, I like this one. And we can change the pen of it. And now it's time for the 808. Also in this type of beats, they really like to use the spins. Make sure to reset the pen to 0. Ooh. Yeah, that's crazy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, remember to drop a sub, like and comment, and check out this video if you want to make the hardest beats for Nardo Week.